Everyone, I am Sunny Kumar from Mathematics and Computing Part 2 from IIT BHU, and I am back again with another question of at Coder Beginner Contest 190D staircase sequences. So basically in this question we have been said that actually it is given an n, capital N, and we have to report how many arithmetic progressions consisting of integers with common difference 1 have a sum equal to capital N. So n ranges from 10 to 10 power, sorry, 1 to 10 power 12, and we have to generate an AP, which is arithmetic progression having common difference 1, and sum of the all the values of AP must be equal to capital N. So how we are going to approach this question? So let us understand this. Suppose we have a AP having common difference 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus something goes up to let's say small value n, and we have another AP that also goes from 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus something that goes to something small n2, and this one goes to let's say n1. Okay, now one thing you can notice that for any AP, so suppose let's take an example from the problem statement, that is 12. Okay, now we have capital N equal to 12. So one thing you can notice that for n1 we have n1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 and plus 5, that is equal to 15, and you can also see that 1 plus 2 is equal to 3, and when you subtract these two values, that is sum of first n1 numbers, that is equal to 15, and sum of first n2 numbers, that is equal to 3, then you can notice that 15 minus 3 comes to 12. And let's take another example also. Suppose we have an AP, so okay, let's take another example, or oh, okay, suppose here we have taken 1. Okay, suppose here we have capital N equal to 1. So what we can do is, suppose here we are taking the n1 ends here at 1 and n2 ends here at 0. Okay, you can easily see when we subtract first n1 numbers from first sorry, when we subtract first n2 numbers from first n1 numbers, there is a chance that comes that the arithmetic progression we can have an arithmetic progression having sum equal to capital N. So what we are going to do this to solve such type of questions is, suppose we have the first n1 numbers whose sum is, we can write n1 into n1 plus 1 divide by 2, and this we can subtract, sorry, we are going to subtract this value. Okay, subtract this and this. Okay, n2 into n2 plus 1 divide by 2 equal to capital N. We have to find such n1 and n2 such that we are going to subtract first n2 numbers, sum of first n2 numbers from sum of first n1 numbers, then we are sure that we are going to obtain the value equal to capital N, which is the sum of AP having common difference equals to 1. So when we are going to solve these two equations, so what we are going to get is n1. Okay, I am going to write beneath here. Okay, so we are going to get n1 square minus n2 square, and we are going to also receive this n1 minus n2, that must be equal to 2 into capital N. Okay, when you take some common, then you can see you are going to take n1 plus n2. Okay, here you get n1 plus n2 into n1 minus n2, and here you will have n1 minus n2, that must be equal to 2 into capital N, as you can see. So when you take n1 minus n2 as common, you will receive that n1 minus n2 here, and you will receive one another thing, that is n1 plus n2 plus 1. that must be equal to 2 into capital N. Okay, now you are going to do one thing. You are going to factorize these value. Let's say, okay, I'm going to write here, let's say 2 into capital N as N1. Okay, now we are going to factorize N1 into two factors, two values, such that let's we can write N1 equals to A into B. Now we are going to factorize N1 such that N1 can be represented as product of two numbers, that is A into B, and you can also see that here N1 minus N2 into N1 plus N2 plus 1 is also actually a representation of value N1 as a product of two numbers. So how we can do this? So we are going to write find all divisors of N1. Let's say A, let's say A is a divisor of N1, then B will be N1 divided by A. Okay, so when we are going to factorize that, we are going to find the divisors of N1. So suppose let's say A is a divisor of N1, then B will be our N1 divided by A. Then we can say that N1 can be represented as product of two numbers, that is A into B, where A is a divisor and B is also a divisor. So suppose here we have N1 equal to, let's say 12, and 12 can also be represented as you can see, uh, 4 into 3, where 4 is a divisor of 12 and 3 is also a divisor of 12. So N1 can be represented as two numbers. So how we are going to obtain this? We are going to obtain this, we are going to define the divisors of N1 in O of square root of N time, and you can also see that N goes from 1 to 10 power 12, and the time complexity will range from 1 to 10 power 6. It will suffice our conditions, that is time is not going to get exceeded and we are not going to get TLE. Okay, so we are going to find the factors, we are going to find the divisors A such that B is also N1 can be represented as product of two numbers. Now one thing you can note that, let's say A is equal to N1 plus N2 and B is equal to N1, sorry, I have done a mistake here. Okay, A equal to N1 minus N2 and B must be equal to N1 plus N2 plus 1. So when you add A plus B, you are going to obtain as 2 into N1 plus 1. So one thing you are going to notice that uh, 2 into N1 must always be even. So when we take common, 2 into N1 must be equal to A plus B minus 1. So 2 into N1 is always even, and A plus B minus 1, to for A plus B minus 1 to become an even number, so the A plus B must be an odd number. So for A plus B must be an odd number. So there are two possible cases for sum of A plus B to become an odd number. So let me write for simplicity, A plus B must be an odd number here, which implies either A is odd and B is even, and A is even and B is odd. So there are two possible cases, either A is odd and B is even, or A is even and B is odd. So one thing we can notice that N1 can be easily calculated as A plus B minus 1 divided by 2. So A plus B must be odd, so that A plus B minus 1 becomes even, and it get easily divided by 2. So there are two possible cases, A is odd and B is even, and A is even and B is odd. So when we are going to find the divisors of capital N1, so you are going to notice two things, that is two conditions. these two conditions must be going to be fulfilled, then we can find this. So our answer will be all the possible pairs n1 and n2. So let's move on to the code section to understand this question and its implementation, which is very much easier to approach our answer. Okay, now here is the code. As you can see, I have taken the value of n, which is actually a capital N, and I have multiplied it by 2 for the simplicity. Now I have taken a vector pair that is going to store the n1 and n2. Okay, so I have to report the pairs of n1 and n2 that we can take, so that our AP, so that we have an arithmetic progressions with a common difference 1 and have a sum n. So for we are going to store the value of n1 and n2 correspondingly to have the corresponding AP. So I am going to find the here, that you can see these part of code. This is for finding the divisors of a number, which you take O of square root of n time. So if n is divisible by I, what I am going to do is store A and store B, and if A parity and B parity, if I am going to take the XOR of A parity and B parity, if both are different, if either of is odd and other is even, or A is even or B is odd, then what I am going to do is I am going to find sum, which is A plus B minus 1 upon 2. Actually sum here denotes the value of n1. Okay, so don't get confused. So if sum minus A is positive, it means that we are going to have a positive value, that is positive n2. Then we are going to find the minimum and maximum. I am doing this minimum or maximum because to store the vector, store it in a vector which is S denotes our answer in some specific order. Minimum is going to denote the minimum of n1 and n2, and maximum is going to denote the maximum of n1 and n2. Correspondingly, there are two possible cases. As you can see, I have taken A as n1 minus n2. We can also take A as n1 plus n2 plus 1 and B as n1 minus n2, or we can take this as it is. So there are two possible cases. So you can see here, so either I am going to take sum minus A positive, or I am going to take sum minus B positive. So there are two possible cases. Both I am going to push it in a vector, which is our answer, and minimum is going to denote minimum of n1 and n2, and maximum is going to denote the maximum of n1 and n2. So you can see if A is odd or B is even, or A is even or B is odd. So these are the two possible cases we have to consider, because as you can see, A plus B minus 1 must be an even number to get divided by 2. Okay, now moving further, S denotes, S vector is going to store our answer. Now the size of S vector into 2 will be our answer. Note that I am multiplying it by 2 because, so let me clear this. So these are for the positive side. So one more possible solutions here lies that, suppose I have I have to reach 12. As you can see here also, let me denote it with problem statement example. As you can see, so 12 can be reached either from forward side or from backward side, and you can see here also, either it can be reached from 1 to 5, or we are going to subtract these two values. Okay, so there are two more conditions, that is, you can see 3 plus 4 plus 5, and you can see first we are going to add up these 5 elements and we are going to subtract these 5 elements. So there are two possible values we are going to consider from for the positive side and for the negative side. We can approach capital N as we can approach capital N sum in the two possible ways, from the positive side and from the negative side. So we are going to multiply our answer by 2, as you can see here. So finally our answer would be size of S, vector S into 2. So the question is very simple, and it requires the concept of number theory to finding the factors and divisors of a number in O of square root of time. So if you have any doubts, please do not forget to mention in the comment section of the video, and I will ask the viewers to like this video, share this video, and join my telegram channel, and the code and the solution is mentioned in the description section of the video. So thank you for watching this video.